as I sat with the Lord yesterday asked him what to share with you guys, he gave me this vision that I saw first of a little child running, and the child was like a 2-year-old just running, and I saw a figure of a father standing there. And the child would run and kept turning back and kept turning back, and I just felt the Lord showing me that that was me, that he was my loving dad, and that I was that child. And as far as I can remember, I grew up in a Christian church, and I always knew the Bible stories, but they were always in here in my head and hadn't fallen to my heart. And I even remember, I see some of you younger folks in college. One time I was just at this bad place in my life, and I heard a voice say to me, "Karin, come to me." And I literally can remember putting my hand up and saying, "No, I'll come when I'm done and I'm ready." And I walked away. But he never left me, and he's such a good dad. And 3 years later, 3 years ago, I would say it was kind of my awakening in my faith, where my husband and I went through just a really rough time, and it was the worst and the best thing that ever happened to us. And at that time, my husband had been let go, and we saw things just get pulled out from us. And all the while, I just was on my floor, just on my knees, declaring the Psalms, declaring Psalm 62, "The Lord is my rock, my refuge, and my salvation, the tower from which I will not be shaken." And I can tell you, there was a time as well where we were fasting and praying, and the Lord just needed to show up. We needed a miracle in 24 hours. And I had some friends here that are here today that called me, and they said, "Karin, we'll fast with you, we'll pray with you." And I was on my knees, and I heard the Lord say, "I loved you too much to leave you where you were." Yeah. And I heard it, and I felt it, and right at that moment, I just thought, "Oh my gosh, you did. You loved me too much to leave me where I was." And after that, it was like a faucet turned on in my life, and the Spirit just started moving. And I just think about Jesus. That's God's way of saying, "I loved you too much to leave you where you were." He sent Jesus for us. And when I think about Jesus, I love how Graham always says testimonies are, "Who's Jesus to you?" Right? And I think about, to me, I see Jesus on the white horse in Revelations with the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings on his legs and a sword in his mouth. And I just relate so much to the power of the word. And I just was reading through that, and how his sword would just wipe away your enemies. Like, there's no battle, there's no fight. There was no fight after Jesus died. He went to Satan, he said, "Give me the keys," and he took them. Yeah. And I just love that we get to celebrate his resurrection today. And I'm just so thankful that I have a loving dad who just never lets me go. And he never lets you go either. He'll always chase you. So that's my testimony.